Yo, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the official face-to-face between Jake Paul and Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. These two will be fighting Saturday night, June 28th, and I am so excited. I just feel an upset coming. Like, you know, your gut just tells you. And I got the same feeling with Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero, and I always trust my gut. You know, my heart might say one thing. My heart really wanted Ryan to win, but my gut was telling me Rolly was going to pull it off, and I'm getting the same feeling right now. Maybe not as much. Chavez is old, isn't a cruiserweight by any stretch, but the more clips that come out of him, the more sparring videos that I see, he's gonna make it a tough fight. You know, probably as hard as it was for Jake to fight Tommy. Like, I don't think right now Chavez is as technically equipped with a similar skill set as Tommy Fury. Like, in his prime, I think Chavez wipes the floor with him. Obviously now he's a lot older, 40 pounds heavier, but Jake as well. I mean, he sacrificed a lot of his technique that we had seen in the Anderson Silva, Nate Diaz fights for power. And you see these new sparring clips of him coming out, and he's just looking very sloppy. I covered them in the last video. Problem is, he gained so much weight for the Mike fight. I think it was like 240 at one point, and then he had to cut down for Mike Perry, then go back up to 230. Over time, it's going to be a lot harder for him to cut weight, and this is a 10-round fight. I don't know how Chavez, because obviously he's been out so long, I feel like Jake will be better suited for 10 rounds, but not by much. I see this turning into a really ugly fight near the midpoint, but I'm just happy Chavez is motivated. You know, you see in the clips, he's hungry. Like, he really wants to win this fight, and I feel like that's something that's been lacking from him in the second half of his career, but this is making him get up in the morning, train hard. He's looking good. He's looking better than he has in recent years.
If I play with the timings,
no, this is how dumb you are.
I'm super smart,
This
man.
is how dumb he is.
Dude, look at those eyes. Oh man, they drug test him, right?
Hello, everybody.
How's everybody doing?
Well, Jake, another big event, another pay-per-view. How are you feeling going into this one?
Always feeling amazing, man. This is the part I love the most, these fight weeks, and getting to actually go in there under the lights and perform. I think it's going to be a great fight, and I had great stacked cards, so the fans are going to win from this one.
And Julio, we haven't seen you on or headlining a pay-per-view in quite some time. How are you feeling being back in the mix?
Oh, great, man. I feel great. Because it's what I want, you know, the big fights. And I'm here, so I'm ready, and I'm ready to
It looks good.
So, Jake, you can fight basically anybody. You decide who your opponents are going to be. Why was this man the right opponent for right now?
I think this talk has been part of the conversation, and we've always wanted to fight each other. There's been some shit talk back and forth for a couple of years, and my goal is to become world champion, and the WBA and WBC plan on ranking me depending on my performance, and once I'm ranked, then I can go for the title shot, and he's a formidable opponent.
Yeah, I heard rumors about that he's gonna fight Badou Jack, which, you know, I feel like that would be his closest path to becoming world champion. I don't know if he would win it, but he is a bit on the older side. He is 41, so it kind of fits the description. He also has had like one fight in the last 3 years. But I'll give respect to Jake regardless. 13 fights in, no amateur background, to face Badou Jack for a world title. And if he was to win it, that says something, so yeah.
He called you out a year ago. He was looking for this fight for a long time. Did you take note of that when he said your name?
Oh, for sure. You know, I've always wanted to fight him. I've always wanted to fight legendary names in the sport. His dad is one of the best to ever do it. I like building my resume, having the best looking box rec of all time. Mike Tyson, Tyron Woodley, Anderson Silva, the list goes on. And so just adding a Chavez name to my box rec is just really exciting for me.
I still don't know how they were able to make the Mike Tyson fight a professionally sanctioned bout. It was 8 2-minute rounds, and I think in 14-ounce gloves. How is that possible?
You've fought some great fighters over the years. Sergio Martinez, Andy Lee, Canelo Alvarez. Do you think this is going to be a tough fight for you?
before he answers, like, that's another thing that I had brought up previously. He has a lot of experience with world-class fighters. Jake is not going to present anything that he hasn't seen before. So that's where the real questions arise. Like, you know, where does his heart lie? If he gets knocked down, will he get back up? If he loses a round, will he go back to his corner and come back motivated to try to win it back? And these are reasonable questions considering his past. I mean, we've seen him quit before. I just hope that's not the case this time. Look, I just want a good fight.
Do you think this is going to be a tough fight for you?
Yeah, I think like every single fight like, is different. You know, you never can say like I'm fighting this guy and I can beat the other guy. You know, it's something different. So Jake is young. You know, he's too young. So he have a lot of energy, and that's the big part. You know, the difficult part to fight a new guy. You know, so it's good. You know, so I'm.
Part of me doesn't know what he's saying.
You're not training properly, and then you have these fat sparring partners who you think mimic me.
Well, one, there's nothing wrong with fat people. Pero yo que te va a romper tu
They're
madre.
his. Go work out.
I don't think so.
My man thinks he's not gonna beat him up.
How do you think this fight plays out?
Dude, Chavez has looked everywhere but at Jake. And Jake's looking dead at him. Like, there's a clear difference in demeanors here.
You know, I break him down. You know, he's always the young man, the stronger guy in the ring. So for the first time, I want to put him back, you know, and make him work, you know, extra work. You know, that's my strategy. Is not about my sparring partners and nothing. You know, that's shit. You know, it's nothing. So make my fight. You know, it's my style. You know, like be fast.
Yeah, he's kind of rambling all over the place. But no, I'm glad. I'm glad that is the strategy, that he's going to put it on Jake. Because, again, Jake weighing as much as he does, like, he's not a natural heavyweight. You could just tell by looking at him. Putting it on him for all 10 rounds, he's bound to crack. Like, that's what Usyk does to his opponents. Like, the guys he fights are way bigger than him. He fights at such a fast pace that they can't handle throughout 12 rounds. And it looks as though this weight suits him more than it does Jake, so...
He lost with Tommy Fury. So that guy is nothing, man.
You think you're better than Tommy Fury?
Of course, man. Of course. That's no question, man. I'm much better than him, you know.
And, you know, this is very reminiscent to the Tommy fight. You know, Jake had Tommy fight on his undercard in the Tyron Woodley first fight. He fought Anthony Taylor. It was a horrible performance by Tommy, but it got him the Jake fight. And then he battered Jake. Julio fought Uriah Hall on the Mike Perry undercard. Terrible performance. Now he got the Jake fight. But yeah, Chavez, I mean, he is going to show levels in there. And he is going to show a lot of what Jake struggled with against Tommy. Combinations, jab, good footwork, a boxer. An actual boxer.
Nomás verlo, güey, no puedo ver.
Say you look like you on some shit.
But Vada's here today.
Yes.
What the fuck?
See, if I'm,
You say
if I
shit.
play
This
with
is
the
how dumb.
timings,
No, this is how dumb you
I'm
are.
super smart,
This
man.
is how dumb he
I'm
is.
the first YouTuber, pound for pound, #1 in the world. Yes, here,
He's getting angry.
Look at me, man.
He's an angry little elf.
See, that to get a reaction out of him, though. I don't think he's on anything. I mean, yeah, like, he's just really bloated.
Is this going to be an action fight?
Yeah. Yes. Sure. Yeah.
So I'll ask both of you now as we wrap up, how does this fight end? Jake, we'll start with you.
That's all I want.
Knockout, early rounds, easy work. Another
I don't think
spectacular
so.
knockout to add to my highlight reel. And it's going to be a relatively
I think Chavez could get hurt early. I don't think he'll get knocked out, though.
easy night for me.
Easy night, he says. How do you think this fight ends?
Knockout, later rounds, or decision?
Either or.
Either.
Either or.
Either.
Oh, can't wait.
I
Saturday.
think that's more reasonable. I feel like if Chavez comes out hard, putting the pressure on him, building up the pace throughout the fight, I think he could get Jake out of there later. Not saying that's my prediction, but... So yeah, that was really long. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. They seem ready. Let me know your thoughts and predictions down below. God bless. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace.